Roll call.
Roxanne Tuckstein here.
Kevin here.
Well, get it here.
Perfect. All right, we have minutes to approve. All right, everybody had a chance to look at the September 22nd minutes? Yes. All right. Any changes? Motion to consider written?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who's second?
Bonnie.
Oh.
Tracy and Lonnie.
Thank you, sorry.
All right, we have personnel action forms?
We have non-minutes, non-pub minutes. So we, non-pub from tonight, 10/6/2025. It's RSA 91-A, colon 3, Roman numeral 2C, and 91-A, colon 3, Roman numeral 2E. And I make a motion that we seal this for 5 years.
I'll second.
All right, roll call vote.
Sorry, that comes down. Roxanne, yes?
Yes.
Bonnie, yes.
Yeah. And so we have 5 non-pubs from prior years. 8/22/2022. Make a motion to reseal this for 5 years.
Long made the motion.
Second.
Okay, so you got those? Okay. Minutes from, non-pub minutes from 8/29/22. Reseal, I make a motion to reseal those for 5 years.
I'll second.
Minutes from 9/6/2022. I make a motion to reseal those for 5
Second
years.
that.
You want me to know when you're good?
Good.
Non-pub minutes from 9/12/22. I'll make a motion that we reseal for 5 years on that.
Second.
And non-pub from 9/20/22. I'll make a motion that we reseal for 5 years.
Second.
That was Tim.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So those are the roll call for those.
All right, roll call vote.
Roxanne, yes?
Tim, yes.
Bonnie, yes.
Yeah.
Tim, the second page is just your signature on the second page.
Okay. So this is for choosing to be the deputy town clerk, tax collector.
So,
Is the
it's not set, then we'll just put something
Yeah, I know what probably put in there.
do we have any others, or that's it? All right, committee reports.
There's agendas right on the corner if you need one.
Do we have any committee reports?
That was on there, that was supposed to be
for next week.
the next week, and I'm not having a report, so.
Well, that's for the committee reports that are.
Oh, committee, I'm sorry, Tim.
For rec committee, for.
Yep. My apologies, yep.
Planning board, just moving along with reviewing some of the ordinances with Stratford Regional to see how the latest laws that have changed over in Concord that can affect some of the things that we have in our book. So we need to go ahead and update those so that they can be put on the ballot. So I'm mainly working on that.
Yeah.
Is the forester coming this month or next month?
We're still becoming
November.
in November, but Moose Mountain Regional Greenway is be having a discussion on conservation 101 for landowners this coming Tuesday, the 14th. Somebody from the selectman's office put a notice of their meeting over the notice of my meeting.
Okay.
Oh, like the paper notice.
Yes.
That's right, they double book.
I'm gonna dust it for fingerprints.
Alright. VBA not met. Got anything for budget or?
We haven't had a meeting
No.
since last month. Last month, we had Kathy and Lee come in and from the financials that things with, and from Governor Wentworth, and kind of go over their budget a little bit with us.
Anything for right?
Lots for that. So, our chili chowder cook-off was excellent. We had so much fun. We had 5 chilies entered and 3 chowders, and pretty good turnout for our first one. That was pretty exciting. We have a Halloween yard decorating contest coming up. We only have 2 people signed up for it so far, so we need people to get signed up. You have to be decorated by October 19th. The judging will be October 20th to the 24th. Winners will be announced around the 25th of October. We do have trunk or treat coming up on October 25th. That will be here. We're doing it with the Middleton Alpaca Pals, which is the PTO. At 4 to 7 p.m. at the Old Town Hall. We need more trunks if anybody's interested in decorating a trunk and handing out candy. We have a craft fair, our 4th or 5th? 4th?
I
4th
heard
craft
you
fair
did
coming up.
that.
We are packed. We still have more people that want to be vendors, and we've run out of space, but we're trying to see if we can squeeze them in. So far, we have 34 vendors.
Wow.
It will be at Middleton Elementary School from 11 to 4 p.m. on November 1st. There's all kinds of stuff coming, so come check it out. And then we are looking for candy donations, candy or non-candy, like chips, juice boxes, cookies, stuff like that if possible. You can turn it in to Kim at the town hall, thanks Kim, or any selectmen meeting, budget meeting, or you can contact somebody with the Middleton Elementary Alpaca Pals or the Middleton Rec. That's it, I guess.
Thank you.
Well, you would be having like food at your,
At the trunk fair? At the trunk fair, yes, we'll have some food. We haven't quite decided exactly what we're gonna have yet, but we're working on that.
Cool. Alright, for infrastructure, I have unfortunately what's called, my phone call is set for this coming Wednesday, with Gideon and with the business associate, or business, New Hampshire business something. I can't think of the name right now. But my phone calls are set with them for Wednesday, so I should have something for you guys next week on that.
On what? Can you be more
The
specific?
infrastructure, for people who are having a hard time getting cable or internet at their place. So what's called feeding fiber, what's called supposedly, or consolidated supposedly off of feeding fiber. And while they claim that it will be in the locations where we need it, I have a phone call set up to confirm the addresses. Then what's called the New Hampshire Bureau of Business, can't think of the name right now. And I have a phone call with them, what's called, they're gonna help us understand if there's a way to apply a little bit more pressure to make sure that we have necessary infrastructure.
Thank you.
All right, so that's why I will have updates for everybody on that by next week. Hopefully there's updates, but we'll see. VBA Liaison.
Alright, so about a month ago, I said that I got a report from the chairperson that I hadn't received yet. I have it now, so I'm gonna read it. So this comes from the chairperson of the Middleton Zoning Board Association. To the Middleton Board, Select Board, as chairperson of the Middleton Zoning Board Adjustment, I am requesting that a new liaison be appointed to replace our current liaison, Mr. Tim Kremen. After reviewing recent social media posts by Mr. Kremen, I have significant concerns. Some of the content appears to reference matters that, in my opinion, are inappropriate to publicize. As a result, I no longer feel confident that our working relationship is grounded in the trust and professionalism required for this role. I volunteer my time freely to serve the town, and I should not have to be concerned about the possibility of being criticized or misrepresented on social media for something I may have said or misspoken of. This situation has created an atmosphere that makes it difficult for me to perform my duties effectively. At this point, I am unsure what the Select Board considers the most appropriate resolution. However, I respectfully request that a new liaison be assigned to the ZBA and continue its work with the unnecessary conflict of distraction. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Sincerely, the chairperson of the Zoning Board of Adjustment.
You deal with those that criticize online?
I guess there's been accusations or something misrepresented on there.
Okay.
So I don't know how the board feels about this. I am the number 2. I know Tim was the number 1. If
You want to take over?
I will take over if.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I would like to know what the EPO things are, so maybe you can
I can
reach out to
reach
me
out.
and find out.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
Anybody have any questions to that or?
So is Tim gonna be number 2, or,
No,
no?
we're gonna have to have a new number 2.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nominate Bonnie to be number 2.
I know nothing about it, but I'll give it a shot.
Sounds good. I'll second that. In favor? Alright, there we go. So yeah, you have to reach out, or somebody reach out and find out the information to me.
Yep.
Find out how he feels about he's been mischaracterized online.
I'll reach out to him tomorrow and see if I can have the answers for next week.
Thank you. Can we speak? We're gonna wait for the public input portion, okay? Alright. 91A.
That's just, the email that Bonnie sent us, Robin sent us regarding if we would adopt the original or the form she created.
Okay.
Should be in your folders. The only thing I noticed that was missing was, if it's a large file and we wanted it electronically, we've always required, memory stick seal, brand
Yep.
new. We could put that verbiage in there. Everything
Okay.
else, we want.
Alright, so we want to amend it to state that we were,
No, that's fine, I'm just gonna say that I want to amend it.
I mean, if everybody else wants to stay with that.
well, the thoughts of the board.
I'm fine with amending it, are you regarding the,
Mary Smith?
flash drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with amending it.
Okay, so we'll have that amended and bring it
Flash
back.
drive, if they want it electronic.
Alright. Cunningham Fire Security Fire Monitor. I don't see Scott here. So, I think we're up to it. Alright, NHDES Clean Water Asset Management. Mr. Mullen.
Oh, thank you. Back in June, we, the town, in conjunction with Stratford Regional Planning Commission submitted a pre-application under the Clean Water State Revolving Fund to study, do a study on stormwater asset management within the town. It's a $30,000 grant. It's not a match grant. And just the other day, Tim received a notice that we had received, or we are going to receive the grant. So we have some conversations, I guess, with DES coming up the end of this month. But as far as the pre-application is not really the application, it's just a statement of the intent of what you're going to do, which was accepted by DES. Then you have to fill out the application, and Stratford Regional Planning will fill out the application under our supervision. They'll do all the stuff, and I'll see if I can get them in on that meeting.
That'd be great.
And what they'll be talking about is what the process is, when they're going to start. It's quite a study of stormwater data such as catch basins, culverts, outfalls, stormwater asset management program and a plan. They're using various data points within the state that's available, and it'll cover about 28 miles or so of town roads. So it's going to be a good thing to start, knowing where our stormwater is going, how it's going, and then what we can do to.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good grant, and more grants lists like this will come forth, because if they get through with the study and they say, okay, it's advisable that you might want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, then we follow up with further grants to subsidize, pay for those improvements. So this is just step one.
So just to give everybody else a heads up, what's called, when I received the email, I forwarded it off to the board, as well as included John Mullen involved, because I know that he has been instrumental in all of our stormwater activities. We have the meeting set up with New Hampshire DES on the 29th at 1 p.m. If anybody else wants to be involved, they can be. Right now it's probably going to be myself, John, and Stratford Regional Planning.
What was that?
It's Wednesday, the 29th. At 1 p.m. So if somebody knows will be involved, I'll make sure it's called the weekend only. Okay? All right. And that's about it for that. Unless John, right? No more? That's it. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Update on Old Town Hall rental policy and sign sheet.
And I guess I'll speak, it's looking, this policy is old, and I didn't know if the board wanted to take a look at and see if the rental fees are up where we should be, if the policy needs any updating, if so, get new board signatures and stuff on that.
Okay. So we're just going to copy that, so we'll take a look at that. And
I absolutely see some areas where we can definitely update.
so we'll put that on the agenda for next week as well.
So we'll table that.
Well, we'll be just following up on the next
Oh.
meeting with the updates.
Okay.
Okay. Employee volunteer policy.
Where are we with this?
So I sent you guys the information I had, or give you guys the information I had.
Was that the information from a couple of weeks ago?
Yep.
And we stated that that wasn't acceptable. Where is the correspondence on this? We see no emails in the DOS email. Where is the correspondence? I don't see anything being sent out to them. I don't see any replies from them.
Okay, I'll forward you right now.
So what
Why
I
should
would,
it have to be forwarded? It should be done on DOS email.
so I have updates that I would put forth on this.
Sure.
So on the back page, I would get rid of the reasoning behind all of that piece,
Okay.
because I think that's just why the attorneys wrote that. On the first page where it says, under general volunteer policy, I get rid of the last sentence, employees shall not represent their volunteer activities as being officially sanctioned or sponsored by the town of Middleton. And then under use of town equipment and vehicles, I think where it say town-owned equipment, vehicles, resources and such would be determined based on the discretion of the board of selectmen. I don't think that, then that just leaves it up to us to say whether it can be used or not for, such as the, say in a ride.
Okay, sounds good.
Those were the two, the 3 or 4 updates that I had. I don't know if anybody else has had a chance to look at it. You want a copy? Oh.
Anything else? Alright, all the changes made and go from there.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, it's not on here, so when we get through the next one, I'll mess with the electronics, I'll update that.
sounds good. Alright, next thing we have, I believe is 5 Point Ridge Road.
We have a chain of emails in your folders regarding a complaint for the roadside mowing and cutting.
Okay.
I don't know if you've all read it. It was in US email. She's just looking for
Yep. So you see what the train on this road, she said it went too far into the property. And she's looking for a barrier, right?
a fence or a natural barrier.
So,
What is the distance off the road that they can clear?
6 feet.
It's not 6 feet though.
It's not-
Oh.
No, it's according to the right of way when the road was originally created, which I wrote in that email. So it depends on where the property pins are, the road goes on,
So we need to look at it.
one way or another.
So we need to look it up. So we need to look that up. Where we get that from? Robin?
I can follow up with one.
Okay. So we want to get Melissa to get more information?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Anything else on that? All right, you have comments?
Yeah. Actually. So I have, so we didn't have, an update on the personnel policy?
Oh, yes, I have that for you, I'll send it over to everybody.
Oh, okay, so what I would suggest or recommend that we send it out to the department heads for their report, not that we, but I mean, before we do a finalization on it.
Absolutely.
That would be my recommendation.
Yep.
Okay, then I have, was discussing with Roy, a fireproof storage cabinet to put the books, the town books in.
Right.
for upstairs, and I've been looking and researching online. So I found this one particular cabinet, which seems to be the central one. It's just finding the website that is the cheapest price. So it's Fire King D storage cabinet. It's dimension 72 inches high, 36 inches wide, 20 inches deep. It's fireproof, waterproof and whatnot. And so looking to move forward with purchasing that at $4,715.87.
And then we put aside 10 for that, right?
Yes, however, I would look to use what we have in our, in the budget for restoration of records right now, because we haven't had time to move forward with that, with the changing of the town clerk. Usually we do a book a year, so I think there's like, quote me, I'm at $3,750, so I'd use the bulk of that and then use the remainder from the CR that was set up last year. That would be my recommendation.
What's the opinion of the board?
Say that again?
What's the opinion of the board?
Yeah.
When you say upstairs, you mean upstairs in the attic?
No, upstairs, we go upstairs in the.
That little room next to him?
Yep, there's a bunch of books being held there now, and then, we have several that are in the fireplace, but then there are some downstairs that are not in a fireproof cabinet. This will be able to put all of those books that are in that wooden case in there to be protected in case there's a fire or water damage.
And you know that the binders will fit already?
Yes.
You good with that?
I'm okay with that. I know we talked about it a while ago too, so.
Sarah? So, I guess I'll be looking for a motion.
Motion.
And second?
Second.
Do you need help with that motion? You're good.
In favor? Opposed? All right.
Thanks. The next item we didn't discuss again, it's on there, is the garbage contract. So Mike, I know you said you had talked to Tony.
Yep,
Is he looking for a verbal okay from us?
he
or-
is, yeah.
Okay.
Say that again?
Verbal okay for,
Moving forward with the 3-year contract that he proposed.
And so that's this, I believe this contract right here, which is, but I don't see the cost after 2026. If it's 3 years, I don't see the 2027 cost and the 2028 cost on here. Unless it's in here, I'm missing it. So that's all I would ask for, is if we could get
Yeah.
get the,
Have it updated for the next 3 years.
yeah, please.
yes.
We can talk about that. We can put on the agenda for next week to talk about.
Yeah, because even in here, it shows, it does have the years in here, but it doesn't say what the increase is per, unless it's maybe written in here, but I would have thought that the cost would have been in, pulled out. So if we could get that, that would be great, so we can kind of move forward and get that firmed up.
Sure.
And I guess one other item, I guess there was a question about how much money is in the block grant. And right now, there is, we are receiving $65,039.75. And and that is what's available. All of it, I think, $57.42% from prior years. And that number has been confirmed with the auditor who was in last week.
Perfect. All right, anything else?
Yep, I followed up with Dan regarding the pad around the fuel tanks. That was always the plan to do that. We had to wait till the parking lot was done. We have one proposal right now at $18,970. They'll use the, I don't know the technical terms. We'll do the cutting around, and
How much is the 18,000?
$18,970, which would be split up between the highway, fire, PD, and the school.
There's another quote coming in, I think,
Yes,
from Pat
yeah.
Stevens Farm.
Yep. And that includes, concrete pad, 4x16x8 slab, 4,000 pound mix with fiber, 14x8x8 slab, 4,000 pound mix with fiber, 8x6x8 slab with fiber, number 4 rebar, 1 inch on center each way, and then the cutouts for the overflow.
Okay.
And site work.
So you said there's a little bit coming into Brooklyn?
Tomorrow, yep.
Who'd that bid come from?
Matrix. Concrete. I think it's Matrix.
Yes.
The only thing I have is the Eagle Scout project is just about complete now. The only thing left to do is they're going to be putting a bridge by the little pedestrian, or not, I'm sorry, they're going to be putting a bench near the little pedestrian bridge they put in. And that's the path over by the lead from the municipal building to the school. It's been cleared all out, it's been cleaned up, it looks magnificent. He's, Drew and his crew did an awesome job, and just want to thank all the volunteers that were involved.
We'll have donated $200 worth of.
Oh, exactly, Town did an excellent job, Town donated $200 of gravel and Middleton Building Supply for their lumber.
Yeah.
So. Okay, Mike? Got it?
I got one.
Bonnie? Okay, all good, but.
I'd like to believe you about the plan on doing the pad, like you just said, that was a part of the plan. Obviously, it would have been cheaper to do it, and to cut that hot top out that you just paid for. I just figure out that was a waste of money. I've also received your job description stuff, and I'm just wondering if everybody we got over there meets all these descriptions. Okay, so your road scholar, got a road scholar 2 road agent over there, and a road scholar 2 assistant over there. You have that.
Yep.
You do.
Yes, we have a road.
You have proof of that. Because the name doesn't appear in the direct directory for the UNH road scholar program. And it's 50 hours of scholar stuff. You understand?
We have a copy of all the workshops and the.
Do we have a chance to see that stuff and prove that to us? Because it should be in this directory, their name should be in here, everybody else's is.
What does it come?
It's the UNH T2 square. It's the road scholar 2, which is required in both of your job applications, for road agent and the assistant. And it also says they'll go there once a year, every year, after they meet this standard. That was part of, you gave me these, so these are the newest ones, so they should fit this. As long as you're gonna way to convince me that you got this, what should be in, you should be in.
Well, they're already hired, so.
Well, I know, but what happens now, we're paying $40 an hour to meet this criteria,
I'm not paying $40.
39 and change, 37, hell of a lot more than that. But you can show this, do you even know what the road scholar 2 program is? You're the license for the highway, 1 or 2, which I don't know why there's 2, but if you're not familiar with the hours out there, I don't know how you can tell me that they are it.
Well, I just want
And
to
the
say
answer
that I
is
don't
we're on
think
the
the wages are too far off considering prior to our current road agent, at 32 hours a week, our road agent was making $35.81.
Your road agent was 40-hour-a-week employee with 600 some hours of comp time, which they said was illegal at the time.
I've gone through all the pay stubs over there and they are 32 hours a week.
I got all the pay stubs from 96 to 2021 to show you in the 90s, I was working 80 to 90 hours a week for a salary pay,
I didn't go back that far. I don't
not for
think
$50 an hour on overtime. So that's what you're getting $94,000 a year for your road agent versus $63,000 a year 4 years ago with a master road scholar degree. Now, minor road scholar 2 stuff they require. And the truck driver job we advertised before, is that adding a position? Or was that one that you guys got rid of right after I left that said we didn't need anymore? Because you hired a seasonal guy and you
Well,
only
I will
felt that
clarify
you needed.
you that I was not on the board then, and yes, that's an additional position because we currently have an employee that's at.
So that's gonna take his position, so if he ended up coming back, This
That
guy would
position
be
is
gone,
temporary, it's listed as temporary.
and that guy would be gone then,
Yes.
if the other guy come back.
Yes,
So they're not adding a fourth person.
No.
no,
And they're still looking for a seasonal guy.
yes.
Okay. And the brush hog, is that $4,000 a week?
When it's rented, yes.
Okay, so we got $16,000 tied up now, just in rent. Because you paid $4,000 to demo it, correct?
For that week.
So they charge you $4,000 to demo the machine, and you come in, you just continue charging them. You didn't get no kickback because you rented that machine.
I don't know.
And we need that, I sent those the answers, I think, because right now you're spending about $6,600 a week for that machine out there with your employees. Rough estimate on the fuel. I was paying $8,000 a year doing the whole town.
That machine's not out there.
It was too much money. It was too much, what machine not out there?
What they rented, it went back last week.
So you don't have it now. So we got 16,000 tied up
No.
in rent.
I don't know where you're getting that number.
You paid 4 for the demo, you had it for 2 weeks, just now. That's 4 times 12. 4 times 4, okay, says $12,000.
Where are you getting the 4 weeks though?
3 weeks is $12,000. Condemned it for a week, that was 4, that was a while back, and then you had it for 2 weeks now. And you've been all over the place.
My understanding is we didn't pay for the demo.
You did, because we were here when you said that's what it was for, and that was
We did.
prior to this.
I'm pretty sure we
I
did.
don't-
So that's 12 grand in 3 weeks, just in rent. Well, 6,600 roughly a week, if you do all the math and the numbers and how they get paid. I was going for 8,000 in 2020.
Do you have a question though?
Why do we all of a sudden need all this equipment? We didn't need it then. We don't own one for
I
$75,000.
can't speak to when you were a road agent, Rick. I can't speak to that. I was not on the board. All I can speak to is now, and we have residents that have asked for the roads to be
Oh, it
restored.
needs to be done. I agree. I tried to carry it on in 19 and 20. We were thrown out of the town meeting, trying to buy one for $75,000. We're almost going to be halfway there.
I
Or
hear
just a
you.
rental of it.
I do hear you, but every meeting, we can't talk about what happened in 2020 and 1999. We're in
How
2025.
can we make changes and get someone to make more reasonable sense than to rent something and jump all over town with it and fill it digitally with debris, and then the rain comes and fills up the pipes and all that? Who takes care of that? And if he's
No.
running the brush off, what's Jimmy doing?
Alright, so we're gonna look into that a little bit more. Rick, you have another question, or?
Yes, what was asked about 2 months ago now, what about the grader?
Again, I've said that at every meeting, nobody has made a motion.
I thought we made a motion at the last meeting. Can we
Yes,
do
No,
the
the
last
audience
meeting?
made a motion, which is not,
Alright,
Well, I didn't make one, I didn't make one.
only Dan Cremens did, he's not on the board.
Also, we're not
oh,
going to
so
do
I'll make a motion to look into the grade.
I'll make a motion to put it up for sale.
No,
No,
I
make a motion to have it checked.
I made a
I
motion.
just made that motion.
Thank you.
So do I have a second? No? Alright,
You're not gonna get it.
Bonnie, what's your motion?
I'll make a motion to put it up for sale.
Almost there.
In favor?
I-
All opposed?
I think you should check the records out, the maintenance records from the Prezios on that grade and see how much you spent on it and find out what kind of shape it really is in.
Alright, so grader, we need to get a description from that, then we need to get off the website then.
So it's decided you're gonna sell
So,
it. Show me a town you don't have a grader, I'll show you what town that would like to have one.
alright, so we also need to find out from Dan what it's worth, all that information. Condition, all. Firm. Alright. Josh?
Question. A couple weeks ago, it was mentioned about the 4 days a week for the DPW. Is there any update on that? What?
Yeah, Kim and I have been looking into it, we're pulling the records for the 2024 year, because it goes by a calendar year. We have it almost pulled together to be able to compare a 5-day versus a 4-day with overtime and whatnot. We should have an answer at the next meeting.
Can you get a list of how many Fridays from October 1st until April they came in?
Sure.
see what
Try
they
to,
work,
yeah.
see if it's beneficial to have them here on a Friday?
Overall, we'll look at what it costs to do the 4-day work week versus the 5-day work week. And so I'll throw out, what do you think what do you think the amount of difference is going to be? You think it's gonna be large, small? I'm just curious, just throwing it out there.
It's gonna be large.
I don't think we can do that.
I think the
I
money
don't
we're
think we can
spending,
do that.
I'm just saying, I'm just asking the question.
Well,
Hang
I
on.
have the records for the storms for the last 5 years, and then a whole bunch more that I care not to look at all.
So,
So you better look at an 8-hour day.
Yes.
Any storm over that, which I don't think you will have for next week. I'm just gonna put it out there. That's a lot of time.
so
We've
is that?
started to pull the hours, so I'm saying that, and we don't meet next week. Next week is Columbus Day, so there's no meeting.
doesn't it make more sense to have coverage on 5 days a week?
Alright,
We have buses that are
Josh,
running.
we're gonna look at that, man. And we'll get the information. Alright. Do you have another question?
I have another one. In this road agent, job description, it also says in there that he's on call 2 weeks out of the month. On a rotating call, he rotates 2 weeks, and his assistant rotates 2 weeks. So they're on call, do they get paid to be on call for them 2 weeks?
No. There is no
So
on-call
just
pay.
volunteer, what's just in there, it says that it's
There's
on
no
call.
on-call pay.
But he is on call 2 weeks out of
He's
the
on
month.
call 24/7, 365 days a year.
Yeah.
He is.
I've called personally in the middle of the night for stuff that we've had.
We've done it, I can attest, we've done it from fire stuff. Many a time.
I have a question that I especially right now want to ask. I guess I'm confused as, the Board of Selectmen is supposed to represent the town, correct? You're here to represent us. I'm confused as to why when someone asks, such as Josh, to get the grader checked, why that's turned down. It seems like you guys are the end-all decision versus representing the town and what people in the town want.
I will tell you that we have hired, or previous boards have hired qualified department heads, and we go on what they recommend.
But again, if someone in the town is asking something, isn't it the job of the Board of Selectmen to look into representing what someone in the town wants?
One person is one person. I mean,
But it's not one person, this has come up at multiple meetings from multiple
I
people.
agree, and we've been told by our department head that that piece of machine has only been used twice in the last 5 years.
Whose fault is that?
Can I ask, what is the end goal? Do you want the entire highway department to quit? Is that the end goal?
That's got nothing to do with a grader.
But I'm asking Rick a
It
question.
doesn't have nothing to do with the grader, and boy, I'll tell you, for the money we're spending, we're not getting what we should be getting, I can tell you
Your
that.
budget is coming in lower than the previous road
I guess
agent's
I'm
budget.
gonna wait for the budget meetings for that. I'm not gonna bring all them numbers out, I got a bunch of numbers to compare from 2017 to 2025, 2020, 25, so we'll get into the numbers. But I just totally disagree on the grader, so I wanna know what put now. The other thing, they're all supposed to have job performance done too, evaluations every year. I don't think that's being done. You guys are supposed to do Dan's, she's supposed to do them guys. And that should adjust how their pay comes in. All of a sudden, you got almost an $8 an hour increase in pay over 4 years. And there's no interview, no job evaluations. You can send them to a physical to make sure they can do the job. We probably wouldn't get into that either, but it does say in the personnel policy, this one, but you're updating one now, so you change that, you're gonna say grader, so now you don't have to qualify to run a grader to be a road agent, another thing, you don't have one. That's why you sell it. In my opinion, no one knows how to run it.
Josh?
A few weeks ago, Chief Ferguson stood right here and told us that they had their vehicle evaluated.
Had what
Why can't we do that for the grader? What's the difference? It's a different department, same idea. What is it gonna hurt for them to come here and tell us what's wrong with it? Maybe they're right, maybe it is junk. Then we'll have a leg to stand on. Instead of just voting to sell something, that we have dirt roads in this town that need a grader.
all the dirt roads that they've done recently, because they didn't use a grader, were all junk again.
Mine too.
So we're gonna do hire it out now, like we do everything else? I think you should make a motion to have it looked at, not just sell it. That's what the public wants.
And I'd like to see a motion to direct the service records from the PDOs to find out, and I'll tell you the law about that machine.
Mr. Chairman?
Well, you've made a motion to sell it anyways. So, what if, I'm gonna go out and do a petition to the people in town. What if I come back with a petition and have 100, 200, maybe more signatures to have that checked out? You gonna meet Versha? Your decision on it?
Well, I think that's something we'd have to take.
I think it should be tabled about selling it for right at the minute. Because I'm definitely gonna go out, and I'm gonna,
I'm thinking right now it's, the description of everything's gonna need to be brought back anyway, we don't have that information, so. Come back next meeting with a petition. It's not gonna be sold during that week or 2 weeks.
What I'm saying.
Sure, we put it off for a month anyway. Because that's what we've done historically with cruisers and everything else, so I would assume it would be the same process, but I can't imagine a lot of people would be bidding on a cruiser, or not be bidding on a grader to get that within a week or two. Yeah.
there'll be a lot of towns that would.
Alright, so,
When do we get the application for the truck driver job, town office?
Yes,
yeah,
right outside Kim's office.
anyone else?
I more or less just have a comment, and this is just, I've watched many of the videos in the past couple of meetings, more than a couple that I've come to. And I've spoken to many people that have commented by watching it, it just seems very disappointing how it seems like none of you work together. You can say you do, but it seems like none of you do, and you all seem very annoyed when people bring stuff to you.
What is
That's an
disappointing is how the people in this room
Bonnie,
are harassing the whole.
But Bonnie, it's not that, this is a comment, I was just saying.
And that is a comment too.
I've been there.
Rob?
A couple of questions on my medical. As you all know, I've been out of work since the end of March.
Phase off of the temporary thing that Rick was talking about.
I've been in to see Kim, hopping on Kim, climbing all over her for no reason. I apologize for that.
Okay.
Because I've gotten no answers. My doctor released me in August for light duty or whatever, to quite a few stipulations. And it seems like Kim's the only one that's answering me. And I'm not getting any answers from any of the board as to, do you have light duty for me to come back to work, or don't you?
We're waiting to hear from finance.
That's wrong, because this last meeting,
They're climbing
we
all
got
over
the
me.
letter in the mail, and you can't tell me all your electronic stuff, that you didn't get it before.
Wait a
That's-
We just spoke to Steve tonight.
Yeah, another one that's not doing their job, ma'am, because we have to do theirs too, because we shouldn't have to deal with
You
you
have a copy
guys.
of the letter?
We shouldn't have to deal with you guys. This is your job and Primex's job. Poor Rob is stuck in the middle, and the guy has no idea.
Do you guys wanna do this in public, or you wanna do it non-public?
We'll do it in public, because
Okay.
we're not getting no answers.
Do you have a copy of the letter?
I'm not hiding anything. I'm
You're
just
not
sick of
hiding.
getting,
I
I'm
would
just
like
tired of
to.
I will
getting.
bring it to you tomorrow, and I guarantee you, sir, it was delivered the day of the last
If
meeting.
you can bring a copy, I'd be very appreciative.
I will.
Thank you.
I'll get it to you tomorrow.
It's the letter from.
But why can't we not get an answer from you? You guys don't understand. We live paycheck to paycheck. We rent, he's not getting what he made at work, okay? This affects my household. And if we can't get an answer from you, we need to know where to go, because I don't know what to do and I'm frustrated, and he's frustrated.
It's an HR issue, which is all handled through Kim.
So,
It's an HR system, but when we bring it into Kent, we gotta give it to the select.
if,
What have you guys given us when we came to the first meeting because we thought there was a closed door meeting? Oh, sorry, miscommunication.
But we'll talk to you after you go to the doctor through workman's comp.
That's what you told me.
Yes, it
You were
is.
gonna talk to me, we're gonna have a meeting after I went to the doctors in Belmont.
No, Bedford.
Or
Workman's
Bedford,
comp,
rather.
doctor.
Workman's comp.
Primex has not gotten back to us. in
I find
regards
that
to-
hard.
Which is why, like I said, so they have a letter from Primex.
People.
There's two
We
people
did
that
not
send
have
it
a
to
letter from
Primex
And she
sends
can bring a
it to
copy.
you, Primex sends it to them, sir, and Seacoast Orthopedic. They're the only ones doing their job in this situation.
If you can send that to me, not send, but you can bring that tomorrow, then hopefully we can get it
I will,
all
I'll
situated.
bring it in to you tomorrow.
Mrs. Page, can I got a comment this afternoon from Primex stating they can't release any paperwork to us for HIPAA reasons. For HIPAA reasons, because there's other medical stuff on that
Which,
form.
second of all, okay, you wanna go there. Every time he's been to a doctor's appointment, we bring you everything from that
But,
appointment.
Kim,
Everything.
if they have a letter and they're bringing it
That's
in,
fine, but I was just
that'll work.
explaining, that's what I found out about 5 o'clock today.
But you were on the phone with him and you know what it says that he can be released to work.
I am.
But you're all saying there's nothing for him to do. Why can't, first of all, it's not your job, Ken, to tell them. It's you guys' job that we've been told all along that somebody has to tell workman's comp what is being done with his job. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We have our children paying our rent, okay? That's where we're at this point. We need answers. We can't get them from Primex and you guys because you're not communicating, because clearly there's something that's blocked there, because
which is why I'm saying, let's go, you can bring me in that letter,
I know.
then let's go, we're gonna get this all situated.
Because like I said, I'm frustrated, yes, and I'm sorry I lost my cool, but you guys, you know,
Understand.
weeks now we've been asking, and it's just a blow off, and, you know, like I said, our lives are on this.
I will
This
tell you
situation.
though, that we heard that he was cleared for light duty by personal doctor September 23rd.
Yeah,
We were not told, Rob just said it was August, we were not told that, it was the end of
No, August,
September.
whatever, I can guarantee you, whatever Seacoast Orthopedics said that day, we brought that paperwork. We brought that paperwork that day, or the day after, depending on what the.
We were waiting to hear back from the September 11th, we had no.
Right, and that's what you said, and like I said, I'm sorry, you are all electronic, and that's what they tell us, it's electronic. And like I
But,
said,
yeah,
two
that's
things.
why,
Page 27,
Seacoast Orthopedics told me, Kim told me that she messages you everything. The day that we leave that doctor messages you everything. They send it to workman's comp, so they've got it as well. Well, there's a communication between.
which is
you
why
guys-
we're gonna get that, and we're gonna source this all up.
Well, I hope so, because we can't take it much more.
I understand.
I just don't understand why it's all going through Kim. That's what I don't get. We have 5 selectmen and I can't get an answer from any one of
Well,
them.
Kim can't tell workman's comp.
That's not
That's
her
not-
job.
They're not gonna take Kim's word of what you're telling her to say. Oh, there's no, what's that
They're
word?
calling me every other day.
Well, as far as I know, we've been waiting for that letter,
Administrative.
and we haven't had discussion.
Right, there's no
About the
administrative
administrative
position
position,
for
what-
it. No, there isn't.
If I'm mistaken, somebody
So we
knows.
need to decide what,
There's been no discussion about a light duty schedule for all.
No, just, it's only coming from Kim.
So
She
Because we
told
can't
me,
discuss it in a
she
public
told
setting,
me
we have to
that
have a
you didn't have any
non-pub.
light
We
duty.
can't have a non-pub without paperwork, yes, so we're caught.
So if you get that, then we can start the process tomorrow.
It's right here, release. You wanna see the stipulations on it?
I believe we have that one,
Yes,
we're
we
waiting
do.
for the
Okay
Primex
then,
letter.
what else is there to discuss?
Primex is saying the same thing. Primex wants
Do
to
you
know,
want me to come back
can
or
you
don't
release
you?
it?
We do want you to come back.
And as far as the job description, is that my job going out?
You just told me it was.
Temporarily, yes, covered.
It's nice.
So what are you saying? You getting rid of me?
No.
We have never said that.
Correct.
We have
Because,
always wanted you to
because
come
you're
back.
not paying me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not about, it is about the job, but it's getting more about the job. Because like I said, nobody's communicating with Rob or Primex. None of it's being communicated. So everybody's getting stressed out.
26 years with this town,
And
okay?
like I said,
And I'm getting
everything
nothing.
is.
It's unfortunate, but like I said, you can get that letter to us.
You gave me you paid me up to a point, till there was no more time where you could pay me. You're saying it's
Your
your
vacation
money.
pay.
It's my money. Rob paid Rob. All that money you gave me from the town, that was my money that I accrued from vacation for the 26 years that I've been here.
Like I said,
And you did me a favor? No, you didn't.
And like I said, public, non-public, you guys see each other. Like I said, Kim called tonight and said, oh, Rob, I need to talk to you. Kim did. Why can't any of you call and say, hey, you're the liaison or whatever it is, and so are you. Why can't you pick up the phone and call and say, hey, Rob, I know it's been a while, but we're still waiting. Something like that would be, better than nothing sitting around. Because we literally don't know what we're doing.
I hear you. I will say the last time Mike reached out several times, he never got a phone call back, so we.
Bull crap. Bull crap. Rob called him back. Rob called him back. That was the whole miscommunication situation.
That's what you told me.
Because you had Kim, because Kim said it to him.
Alright,
Oh, yes, you did, both of them.
Alright, we're starting.
Let's know.
Guys, like I said, we're gonna make another tomorrow. We're gonna get solved. Alright.
And I still don't know why, I'm still very unclear as to why I had to use all my vacation time for my accident. Why? I got hurt at work, on the job, on your equipment, and I paid myself until my accrued time was gone.
Did Primex not pay you?
Yeah.
$800 every other week, and then we're back to paying you guys almost $300 for insurance, so where does that leave us? Very little, let me tell you. Bye.
We're gonna get sorted.
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what to do.
Like I said, first step, let's got a letter from Primex, bring that tomorrow. And then we're gonna get all sorted.
So as of right now, you have nothing for me to do to come back to work, is what you're saying?
No, that's not what we're saying.
Okay.
We're saying we need the letter from
That's what I
Primex.
wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
If we can have a non-pub this week, you could come back this week if we have that paperwork.
Fine.
That's what we're gonna do.
And I'll make sure that I record everything. Is that okay? In a non-public?
But we have to have a
Well, no, it's not on public, however, what's got you requested to be a public meeting.
Well, that's why I wanted out here.
So you want to.
So the public can hear it. I'm not ashamed of what's going on.
So you're requesting for the next meeting to be a public meeting, right?
Next
No,
Monday?
no,
Not next Monday. The meeting, you want a meeting with us about what's going on after we get the letter. And you want to be a public meeting.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Not next week, but as soon as we can, right? Instead of being on hold. Okay? Okay?
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do. Alright.
What is the contract with the trash?
Say that again?
Is the contract with it earlier? Huh? We were talking about that earlier.
I'm gonna reach out to Tony again.
Okay, more
No, is it like the same thing we do now, or we go into the bid? Oh, okay.
It's the same thing for right now.
Alright. Anybody else?
So does anybody know the status of the lawsuit on the workforce housing that was supposed to have been decided on the 30th? Has that been continued?
No, so
The
they,
motions were heard
right,
on last Wednesday, no,
the 30th,
The
on the
30th,
30th.
yeah.
And they have 60 days, the judge has 60 days to render a decision, so.
so I listened, decided on the motions, and both, was called, both our lawyer and their lawyer just made arguments. And that's where it is.
So 60 days.
They have up to 60 days to make a decision.
Thank you.
Alright.
Just want to Tracy, on the comp time hours that you gave me, you gave us looking at like employee 1, 2, and 3. Was there a reason why there was no names in that? If I was looking at that, I'd say employee 1 would be like Dan, just saying he has no comp time, and 2 would be maybe Jimmy, and 3 would be Rob. You didn't give me names, just 1, 2, 3.
I don't think it was in any type of order. It was just what's on the books for 3 employees.
So I don't know who's who then? How do you run numbers, do any comparisons if I don't know who's got 13 hours, who's got 20 hours, one guy gets paid this much, one guy gets paid that much? That's what I'm after, is numbers. Now you're telling me, you can't tell me who's 1, 2, or 3. I do know zero will be wrong, because he never took, he takes all the money that he makes, he don't send it on the books. So it's between the other two. One's got 14 or 13 hours, one's got less than that. Which that's, I guess, believable, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know who each one is, so you can do the numbers correctly, so I have the right numbers right, throw them at you people in the budget. If you could do that.
Would you put it in writing?
What's that?
Your request?
request.
I can send you another 91 if you like, I mean, I can fill them out a week. You just did something on a 91 days, am I gonna fill a certain form now or something?
We haven't, no, so that form hasn't been approved yet, but
But that's gonna be another loop that we have to jump through as a resident to do that, right?
It's always been a thing. It just has not
All right,
been.
the forms will be available at the town office,
yes.
or online, I suppose.
Yeah, when it's about.
Right. Anybody else? All right, it's 9:31, do you want a motion?
9:31.
Oh, sorry, 7:31. 7:31, do you want a motion?
I'll make the motion, we do it at 7:31.
All in favor?